Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We are in the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verses 1 through 15. And Joshua gathers all the people together at Shechem. It is a time of recommitment, of reconnecting, and of remembering. And the Lord speaks through Joshua to the people and says, hey, I want you to hear all the gospel that I've done in your life. I want you to hear the promise that was put in action. First, I took Abraham, whose father and grandfather and all those before him worshiped false gods, and I took him and I brought him to the promised land. And then I gave a guy who was as good as dead, right? I gave him the son Isaac, and I gave Isaac sons. And then eventually they ended up down in Egypt. And then what happened? I sent them Moses and Aaron to lead them, to serve as my leaders and lead them out of slavery, out of bondage. And he says, and I brought you out. I brought out Abraham. I gave him a son. I brought you out of Egypt. And when the Egyptians were coming after you, I saved you. You were right there on the edge of the sea. And as they pursued you, you cried out to the Lord. And I put darkness between you and the Egyptians. And I brought the ocean over them, right? I saved you. I brought you to the land of the Amorites. And even though they fought against you, I protected you. I destroyed them before you. And then one of the kings called up Balaam. Barak, king, called up the prophet Balaam. And I made sure he didn't curse you. Rather, I made sure that he blessed you. And then you came across the Jordan. I brought you across the Jordan. Remember that? And then I brought you to Jericho, and you conquered that city, and you conquered places where you didn't plant a grove, you didn't plant a vineyard, but I provided for you. And so I gave you that for which you did not toil, that you did not earn. Now, the thing is we hear this about the people of Israel. The same is true of your faith. You didn't earn your faith. It was given to you. And God continues to go before you and protect you and provide for you and guide you. And so Joshua asks the question. So now you have a question of whether you're going to fear the Lord, revere and honor the Lord, and serve him. And there's the challenge. Throw away these false gods. Throw away these dead gods, these worthless gods that didn't do anything. They're failures. God defeated these false gods over and over again. And that's still true today. The living Lord is defeating the gods of this world and giving hope and life, right? And so if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourself. You want to run after these false gods. But Joshua says, as for me and my family, we're going to serve the Lord. And that's a challenge for us as families, isn't it? To pass on the faith to our children and help them understand that the God that we worship is the God that provides, protects, and gives us eternity. Well, thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.